One of the many proven benefits of Tai Chi is stress relief, helping your body get out of the sympathetic nervous system and into the parasympathetic nervous system, out of fight or flight and into rest and digest, which is really where your body can heal and be healthy. Now, you may think that it's all because Tai Chi is very slow and that meditation, that meditative effect is responsible for that stress relief. Now, as we discussed in our webinar earlier this week, Tai Chi is meditation in motion. Side note, if you missed that webinar, Meditation in Motion, the intersection of Tai Chi and hiking, it is available on our Open the Door to Tai Chi YouTube channel. Watch it, it's really good. So back to stress relief and meditation. Yes, that is part of why Tai Chi helps you get into that parasympathetic side, helps you with stress relief. But that's not the only reason. You may think of some of the underlying principles that are easy to connect with stress relief. Things like breathing, right? That long, slow, deep breathing that we do in Tai Chi is very much tied to the stress relief. The fact that Tai Chi is a continuous, slow movement like water flowing, that again contributes to that meditative effect and is part of the stress relief. We also think about our joints being open and loose and not being clamped down and tight. Yes, that is absolutely part of that stress relief. There are some other principles that you might not think about that contribute to the stress relief. And things like columns, being in a good posture, being suspended from the crown of your head, that actually is very relaxing to your body, to be in a good, natural, relaxed posture. That allows all the right muscles to do what they're supposed to do to keep you upright against gravity. You might not think of moving from the dantian as being part of that stress relief, but that, in addition to rotation, in addition to being rooted and grounded, all of these things actually help you relax. So let's do some movements before we do a form. And the form that we're going to do is the basics of stress relief, which is from our very popular daily series. But first, let's look at a few movements and apply those underlying principles. The first move that I want you to do is pushing chi, very simply, bringing that left foot forward, rocking back, and then letting your arms float up and come back towards your body. It's a small movement. Again, think about water flowing, just very gently rolling out and rolling back in. So let's think about the breathing first. Take a nice deep breath in as you come towards your body and breathe out as you push away. Breathing is deep and it's uniform. That inhalation and the exhalation are evenly matched. Part of pushing chi, part of the relaxation that we get that in our Tai Chi is notice the hands are very loose and very soft. Notice that the elbows stay dropped and rounded. We're not pushing out like this. We're not straightening our limbs like this. In fact, do that with me. Just try, in fact, I'll turn this way. Try straightening out and then pull back. Lock this front knee and then lock that back knee. And feel how not relaxed that is. When we keep our joints open and loose, we keep those elbows dropped, the body is allowed to relax. When we keep our shoulders in harmony with our hips, our columns are staying intact, we're suspended from the ceiling, naturally lifting into a good posture, that can allow our body to be relaxed in this motion. If we're doing this or doing this, breaking our columns, that's not very relaxing, right? Try that. You couldn't do this for very long at all. Whereas with pushing chi, you can do this for a long time. Bring your right foot forward now. And think about your pushing chi. Think about your breathing, allowing your shoulders to drop away from your earlobes. Allow those elbows to remain dropped. All of your joints are loose and open. Your arms are in a rounded position. They're not locked. Your knees are not locked. One more. And good. So now part of the ward off sequence is pushing chi. We're going to do the ward off sequence right now and think about how that continuous motion, which is what all of your Tai Chi should feel like, contributes to that relaxation response. So holding the ball to the right, stepping out, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. Bringing your weight over to the right, bringing it back to the left, stepping out, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. So part of that, what is contributing to allowing your body to do that continuous flowing motion is understanding your substantial and insubstantial, where your weight is. Even though you're not moving to the side, you're not actually locomoting forward or to the side, right? You stay in one position with ward off, but you still have to know where your weight is. So holding the ball to the right, now all of my weight's on that right column. Stepping out, my weight actually transfers over to the left now. And then it pulls back to the right as I roll back. And then it goes left. And then comes back for my pushing chi and forward. Then I'm bringing my weight over to the right, over to the left, and stepping out, ward off. The weight comes forward, grasp the bird's tail. The weight comes back with your roll back. Rotate and press, that weight goes forward, pushing chi. Let's do it again, knowing that that substantial and insubstantial is helping. But what else is helping with that relaxation? You're staying within your columns, keeping your shoulders in harmony with your hips. And one of the reasons that you can do that is because you're moving from the dantian. So all of these things come into play with helping your body stay relaxed. Let's do ward off and add the breathing to it. You know, one of the main parts of stress relief is the breathing. We don't want to ignore that. Taking a deep breath in here, then breathing out as you ward off and grasp the bird's tail. Breathe in as you roll back, Breathing out as you rotate and press. Breathing in, coming towards your body. Breathing out with pushing out. Then you're breathing in as you gather. Breathing out, ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Breathe in as you roll back. Breathe out as you rotate and press. Breathing in at the first part of pushing chi and breathing out at the end. One of the principles that you might not have thought of is rotation. And that actually does help your body relax. Let's look at wave hands like clouds, for example. And let's do wave hands like clouds without stepping first. If you just move your arms, which is how we teach it from the beginning, but you need to move on to actually learning how to rotate from the dantian, because that's part of that relaxation. If we just do the arms, this can get very tiring very quickly. If, however, you focus that movement on the dantian and rotate your body, now all of a sudden, it's not your arms really doing the work. It's that rotation that allows your arms to move across to one side and then across to the other. You're carrying that ball just very gently in front and to the side. And now you can do this for a long time because the shoulders are not going to get tired. The arms are not going to get tired. Wave hands like clouds can be a very gentle, flowing movement. When we actually do step with that movement, you can breathe in with one arm coming across, breathing out with the other arm at the top. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Or if you want to challenge yourself to really deepen your breathing, make it be a longer breath, you can breathe in and then breathe out. And then breathe in. So you're changing that pattern to be just a longer pattern. And yes, that's a harder pattern, but that's something to challenge yourself with. So let's look at one more movement, part the wild horse's mane, thinking about what the underlying principles are doing to help your body relax as you're moving. You know, that's almost a conundrum that you think, how can I be relaxed and be exercising? How can I be relaxed and moving at the same time? And it is something that you need to practice. You need to teach your body how to do it. But Tai Chi is a great vehicle to help you learn to do that. So part the wild horse's mane. One other principle that we haven't talked about yet is being rooted and grounded. And when you're rooted and grounded, remember you can lower your center of gravity, you feel the ground, but you also think about being nice and stable, where your stance is wide enough, long enough, that no one is going to come and just punch you and you fall over, right? If my stance is wide enough, I am rooted and grounded. I'm like a fighter that they can't knock me over here. If my stance is too narrow, now it's very easy to punch me and I will fall over. So being rooted and grounded is actually part of that relaxation response as well. Last week we did the basics of balance. All of those pieces of being balanced come into the basics of stress relief, because you must, if you're not balanced, you're not going to be able to relax. You must be balanced in your movement. So holding that ball to the right, stepping out, thinking about being rooted and grounded, part the wild horse's mane. Now moving forward, part the wild horse's mane. One more. Part the wild horse's mane. Good. Now there's lots of things going on there as you do your part the wild horse's mane to keep you relaxed. You are rooted and grounded. You can use your breath. You are using your rotation to also allow your body to relax. You're thinking about your shoulders in harmony with your hips. All of these things come into play. Let's look at that rotation real quickly with part the wild horse's mane, holding that ball. As I step out, as I rotate into this movement, my arms just naturally open up. I'm not opening my arms like this. That is not a relaxing movement. If I allow that rotation moving from the dantian to allow my arms just to open up, and see how my arms just follow that. The dantian is leading that rotation, leading that opening up. So let's do part the wild horse's mane going this direction now, thinking about all those pieces of being relaxed. Holding that ball, now take a nice deep breath in as you gather that energy, stepping out, being rooted and grounded, breathing out, feeling your substantial and insubstantial, breathing in, stepping out, breathing out. Allow that rotation to help your body relax. Part the wild horse's mane. Part the wild horse's mane. One more. Good. Now let's put these ideas into the basics of stress relief form. Now, I know throwing a new form at you is not exactly stress-free because you don't know what's coming next. That's okay. Try to relax. We'll do the form a couple times so that you can feel that stress relief, and then you can go back and practice it. So I know that the first time through, we'll just talk through what's coming next so that you can anticipate and have a little less stress about learning a new form. So as you stand here, before we do the form, allow your shoulders to relax away from your earlobes. Let your body just be in a natural alignment. Think about keeping your knees nice and soft. Now let your feet feel the ground. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe it out, sinking down just a little bit. And open. Preparation. We're going to be breathing in deep as we come up. Breathing out. Now the first move is wave hands like clouds. We're going to go 3 steps to the left. Think about using that rotation to relax your body. One more step. Now you're going to come into a single whip. Then bring that weight to the right. Step that left foot in. Then step the right foot forward and come into pushing chi. We're going to do pushing chi one more time. Now bring the weight back to the left, holding the ball to the left, and we're going to step with part the wild horse's mane. So stepping right, part the wild horse's mane. Let that rotation help you relax. Feel yourself rooted and grounded and stable. One more, part the wild horse's mane. Bring your weight up onto that right, and now step left to the front. Pivot your back foot and come into pushing chi 2 times. Now bring your weight back to the right, hold the ball to the right, and do ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Rotate and press. Pushing chi. Your weight's forward on that left now. Bring it all the way to the left. Then step forward with deflect, intercept, and punch. Now I'm going to throw you a curveball. If you know the long form, it's white snake spits out tongue. So step back with the left, bring the weight to the left, bring that right hand in. Then step out right, and that right hand opens up. Now the left is going to snake across, bringing the right hand back, then the right hand snakes across. Now bring the weight back to the left and hold the ball to the left. Step out, ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Rotate and press. Pushing chi. Bring your weight to the left, and now we're going to step right with wave hands like clouds. 3 steps. One more step. Leave your weight on the right, because now we're going to step left with wave hands like clouds. One more. Bring that weight to the left, then step out right with return the tiger to the mountain. And close. So this next time through the form, you have a little bit more knowledge of what's coming next. Try to focus on those underlying principles as much as you can as you do the form. Think about how your posture is helping you. Think about how moving from the dantian, using the rotation, is helping you relax. Allow your hands to be soft. Keep those elbows dropped. Don't stiffen any limb. We're going to add the breathing next time through, so just wait. Taking a nice deep breath in, breathe it out, and open. Preparation. Think about just relaxing your body. Wave hands like clouds. Three steps. Forming a bird's beak and coming into a single whip. Bring that left foot in and step out into pushing chi 2 times. Holding that ball to the left, step over that right shoulder into part the wild horse's mane, 3 steps. There's 2. And 3, bring the weight up onto that right, stepping over the left shoulder into pushing chi 2 times. Now holding that ball to the right, step into ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Rotate and press. Pushing chi. Bring your weight up onto that left and step out into deflect. Intercept and punch. Bring that left foot back. Bring the right hand in, step out with the right. White snake spits out tongue. Bring that left hand across, right hand comes back, then the right hand comes across. Then holding the ball to the left, ward off. Grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. Bring your weight to the left as you start to step wave hands like clouds to the right. 3 steps. Then 3 steps to the left. And then return the tiger to the mountain. And close. So this last time through the form, try to breathe in a very relaxed way. Don't try to force it. You know where some of your breath needs to be, and we'll have moments like when we step into pushing chi that it'll be very easy to get that breathing in a pattern that we're used to doing. I want you to just breathe naturally, relax. Your breathing pattern may not be exactly what mine is, and we may not be going at a pace where it's good for your breathing to make it match exactly each movement. So don't stress about it, but I do want you to meditate as you're moving on your breathing. Feel the ground, let your body relax. Take a good deep breath in, breathing out, sinking down, and open. Preparation. Wave hands like clouds, 3 steps. As you finish this 3rd step, you come into single whip. Then stepping that left foot in, step out right with pushing chi. 2 times. Holding that ball, you're going to step out with part the wild horse's mane, 3 steps. Bringing that weight up onto the right, step left with pushing chi. 2 times. Holding that ball to the right, step out, ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Rotate and press. Pushing chi. Bring that weight up onto that left. Step out, deflect. Intercept and punch. Bringing that left foot back. Then stepping out right with white snake spits out tongue. Holding the ball to the left. Ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Rotate and press. Pushing chi. Stepping right with wave hands like clouds. 3 steps. Then stepping left, 3 steps. Then return the tiger to the mountain. And close. So the basics of stress relief. Tai Chi is proven to help you get rid of stress in your life. And who isn't stressed right now? We need that meditation in motion. We need to be able to allow our body to get into the parasympathetic system. So practice your basics of stress relief. Practice your basics of balance form as well. Remember, both of them are part of that video membership on Vimeo. The basics of balance, the basics of stress relief. And remember how the two of them come together. You know, if you're not balanced, you're not going to be able to relax. If you don't have balance in your life, you're not going to be able to get rid of stress. Balance and stress relief are wonderful benefits of Tai Chi. So next week, we're going to finish up our daily series. We're going to do our morning routine. Even though we meet in the afternoon, we're going to talk about waking up with Tai Chi. So practice this week both the basics of balance and the basics of stress relief. And next week, we'll wake up with Tai Chi. See you then.